Hey, I'm alive. Yep. Goddamn. Might as well just turn off this for now. Okay, so yesterday we tried like adding a secret room, and I really liked adding it to this area, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna work out there. So I actually moved it over here, but it does look kind of weird here. So I'm thinking of like adding a secret, or like some sort of block that like requires the player to like dash into it. Only issue now is that it doesn't really match the design of this area in terms of like mechanics. So now I have to figure out maybe if I should move it somewhere else. Like maybe the only issue is that they collide with each other. So if like we could collide, if I put this room here, it collides with this area right here. So it's kind of weird. And one workaround was portals, but I don't know. I don't even like using portals in this way. So we'll see. Yo, how's it going, Jack? Welcome. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, editing rooms is going to be a lot easier in the future because, like, all we have to do is, like, move, like, it's kind of modular. We could just move things around. The only thing is that I have to edit the entrances and stuff. So maybe I will leave it like this. Here, I can even show it what it looks like in game. Getting ready for your 5K? Oh, nice. You've been doing 5Ks lately? I had a friend who did a 5K recently, like a marathon. Is that what you plan on doing as well? Like, is it a marathon or are you doing it for, like, yourself? For health? Nice. I mean, that's great. I couldn't do it. I don't think I could do a 5K for sure. I mean, unless it's, unless it's a walking 5K. Okay. So should I edit this room? I'm trying to think. We could also try reducing like everything in this room. Like we can get rid of these extra blocks here, put spikes. But I still don't think it'll be enough to fit everything into this section. So I think we'll just leave it the way it is. I would like to add a secret though. Maybe we can implement something like that today. Like another type of block, maybe a broken one that disappears when you hit it. I'm just thinking like, wait, let me see. It's gonna be kind of hard to figure out how to do. Yeah, also just the design of this area isn't perfect. Because what I was thinking to do is when we do add like some sort of secret block, well, it wouldn't be like, for example, it would look like this, like something out of the ordinary. You would dash into it. It would actually cause a bounce state, so you would bounce out, and then you have to dash back in to bounce, to go back in. So we don't have any textures for this, and two, I don't think it looks good for this design. And then 3, I would have to create some sort of like saving system so that when you die in this room, that like this whole block gets removed again. So there's a lot to do with it, and I don't know if we're definitely not gonna do it today. I don't think. But what I do want to work on today is actually the new mechanic. So I finished the design of this area, and I really like this type of design for like a future level. So we're gonna start coding the mechanic. So what I'll probably do is actually duplicate this room and see if it works in the same manner. But we'll see. We'll see. Yo, how's it going, Mr. Glick? So in term, let me just make sure we don't want to put this anywhere else. I mean, it kind of makes sense to be here, or like in another, maybe like over here wouldn't be too bad. It would be pretty difficult though. Let me see if it fits here. We could kind of do it here. Wait. There would have to be 2 tiles here. It's manageable. I'm trying to think. Let's just see what it looks like if we were to actually put it here. So the top 2 tiles, it'd be like a very thin entrance, but I think it'd actually look fairly decent. Let me see. It's a very small entrance. Wait, let me see if that looks better. We'll start working on the mechanic today. I just want to make sure that the design of this area looks good. So it would be 4 blocks down. And then we would have to make some sort of entrance, I think. The thing is, the level of this area is perfect. Like, it shouldn't change at all. But I guess what we could do is add a spring down here if we want to, like, balance it out again. Let's see. How long do you think the chapters will be in the final? It's hard to tell, because, like, the longest I've seen someone play the game is, like, around an hour. Actually, like, an hour and 20 minutes. I plan on making it, like... That was someone who was... it's too... Like, I want the entire game to be at least 10 hours worth of gameplay. For the casual player. For someone who's, like, really good at the game, it might be much longer than that. Oh. I didn't even see Jack's comment. 10 hours is a lot, yeah. You want to tell me how it's unrealistic, maybe? Jack, I used to have a silver medalist who used to train me in rowing, and I want to beat her running time. Nice. So, this could actually kind of work out. As long as they can reach... We might want to bring this spring closer, though. Yeah, let's bring it slightly closer. You gotta mix up the gameplay. It can get boring and frustrating, yeah, for sure. They do say, though, for level design, a lot of the time it's okay to be repetitive with your gameplay, or like exaggerate you expanding on the mechanics. Like going from one simple mechanic to another is okay. Especially in a game like this because you don't want to underestimate the fact that like you might assume that people understand your game, but in reality they don't. Should I raise this by one? 0.1 miles. Are you running right now? Hmm. Not only talking platforming, I have some platforming sections and the story slash puzzle break before another platforming section. Interesting. Yeah, I could leave the entrance like it's a very small entrance, but I think it might be fine. And then I said have. Oh, have. I see. Alright, this area is almost done. I just need some small adjustments. Still, I do think there should be some sort of a secret entrance, like something blocking this, like a crack in the wall. But yeah, we'll have to implement that later because I do want to add like a saving system with that too. You know what's so weird? I think we have to push this even more. Goddamn. It's so weird because I was playing this yesterday, and like I kept adjusting it to be perfect, and it seems like the issue with this because there's like that extra variable of gravity in the game. This mechanic is kind of there's too much variation in it, so that's why it's a secret compared to compared to it being its own room. It's too difficult. In reality, it's a skill issue, but I mean if someone tries long enough, they'll get it. But yeah, I would hate to make this the standard. So we'll leave it like this. And it's very different from the design in our other rooms. I think I'll also push this spring to the right one more. There we go. It's almost perfect. I think, let me see. The spring on the right. Let me try this one more time. Okay, perfect. The portal on the right could also be moved forward or moved down, just slightly. Oh my goodness. All right. Putting in a lot of work even after the next fest. Is there something you're aiming for? I mean, yeah, I'm aiming to try to finish the game. Just put more work into it in general. Interesting. Oh, ooh. Wait, oh, goddamn. Okay, okay, that's fine. Let's get rid of this real quick. I think should make the cost of For the Love of God No More Undertale to 1500. No one's buying it. Maybe that's the point. The reason why it's like usually when people request it, if it's like a video game playlist, I usually just play the whole thing. It's just to set, you know, I don't want to let like the issue is that like if someone requests something that I don't like, at least there's a minimum to it for me. So while I might play it for much longer, you get what you like. The cost of it is the same, you know. Or I mean, the cost of it, you know what you're paying for, basically. Yo, how's it going, Dwex? Welcome. Are you a game dev, Dwex? So if I put a Zelda playlist, will you keep it? For you, Mr. Glick, no. For anyone else, though, yes. Thank you for the follow, Dwex. Are you a game dev? All right. All right, we can start working on the new mechanic. So I wrote some stuff down. It's still gonna be. I'm not a game dev. I'm a piece of. Oh my god. I hope you're doing all right, Dwex. I think we all have those moments. But I hope you get through it. I'm just kidding, Mr. Glick. Alright, so this is the mechanic originally, but I think we're going to keep it as a 4-stash, and also maybe... I think the orb is just so large that it's a little intimidating, or it's like a little... Doesn't represent the mechanic fully, I don't think. Bless your face, thank you. I feel blessed. I feel like I have a plus 20 vitality. Alright, so... Yeah, as you can see, the mechanic still is not that good. I kind of like the idea of forcing it, but we need to have some sort of visual indicator first, a visual cue to show where the player is going to go, and another visual indicator to show, hey, this is about to like blast you off in a short second. Kind of like someone mentioned Donkey Kong Country, and there's like this mechanic where you go into a, what's it called? How many IQ do I have? They say like sub 70. Maybe less. Being a little too generous. The lower the better, right? It's like a speedrun. Everyone's aiming for the lowest value. Okay, so I'm thinking, should I rewrite this mechanic or should I... This is better. Am I allowed to listen to this? Zelda and Chill combines, blah, 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 blah. Compose, original, blah, blah. Is there anything that says that this is DMCA, like, free? Legend of Zelda video game music and laid back. See, that's the problem. I don't know, and I don't want to risk it. It's free. It's not about it being free. It's about it being allowed to you being allowed to use. Because I'm also posting this on YouTube. You get me? My VODs go on YouTube. How are all my speedrunners out there? You scared them all away, Hellraiser. Okay. Let me... What should we do here? I'm trying to think. Should I redesign this mechanic? Let's actually look at it real quick. How much did your game cost? Right now it's free. In the future, I mean, I plan on releasing it for 10, but we'll see. So we have this animation here. It doesn't look that good, but we can like... So what I was thinking of doing for the animation, let's see if I can like sort of visually represent it. So first we would start out with a circle. You dash into it. Something like that. It would charge up. Oh, and there would also be like an arrow showing like which direction you're going. Similar to the dash arrow. It would be based on your inputs. If you're pressing up, like whatever your last input is, it's gonna point in that direction. So it would point in 8 directions, possibly. Let me see if we can somehow... Something like that, you know? I can show all triangles, but we'll leave it like that. And then in the second phase, so this is like the idle phase. Actually, this wouldn't even show until the first phase. So it would actually just be, this is the idle. And then the next phase would be the charging phase. The charging phase, I don't know if we would like maybe fill up the whole thing or make it shrink. And then as it shrinks, or like as it implodes, as it grows to a really small like dot, then it explodes outwards. That could be the visual effect. Another thing is that maybe we can have it like grow inside, like maybe it'll be like, if you could see what I mean there. It's DMCA free. I checked. What did you send? Oh, yo, how's it going, Half Moon? Didn't show up on my stream yesterday. I had some... No worries, Half Moon, of course. You never have to be sorry about not modding the... Oh, honestly, we never even have to worry about people, like... You know, breaking the non-existent server rules or non-existent streaming rules. It's only when, like, you know, people are weird, but that rarely happens. But welcome, Half Moon. Full release could be for when you can beat the demo in greater than 10 minutes. Oh yeah, it could be free if you beat it in less than 10 minutes. Yeah, not greater. That's why you need to get friends with benefits, where it's 69.69. What type of game is it? It's a platformer. It's DMCA free. Oh, the link that you sent? Are you saying you prefer streaming without Half Moon? No, I did not say that. It's I'm gonna trust you, Mr. Glick. If I get banned, I'm suing you. Oh, this is the same thing on Spotify. Why don't we just listen to it on Spotify? Is it by Sin Che? What's it called? Zelda and Chill. By Game Chops. And Michael. He re-uploaded them all together. This is not the same one. Sounds like the same exact thing. Credits. Mastered by DJ Cutman. Composed by Condom. Originally from the... Composed by... Who are these people? Music and artwork by Michael. And who's Game Chops? It's the same. I see. Okay. So, in a nutshell, this is the first state, this is the idle, this is the entrance state where we show our, the arrows. Then the third state, we need to have like some sort of animation of it, like maybe shrinking. The fourth state would be like some sort of explosion. Not sure what we could do for that. What could we do? It's shrinking, or we could do some sort of like, it already shoots in the direction that you want it to go. Like there's like the, maybe like a recoil would be pretty cool. So it's like boom and then boom, like. Something like that. Or maybe there's an explosion. Pretend this is an explosion. And then outside. Or, oh, ooh. It's like that. The ball itself explodes outwards. So here, let's try that. So then this is what it becomes. Then some lines to show, you know, speed. And then it explodes. And then after it explodes, you have your dash back, so you could technically dash out. What's going on? I don't know if that would help him. Probably not. My services... what services aren't free? Hellraiser. Can you beat the game? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, just charge them like $5 and you get the game at 50%. Easy money. Although, since there aren't too many people speedrunning the game, what I was thinking of doing is just making it so that the top 10 people got the game for free. The top speedruns got it for free. Just because I don't think we're gonna get too many people that actually get sub 10. It seems. All right, let's try putting this diagram into work. I wonder if I could play one of these animations as well as like one of the. We'll see. I got 541, but didn't submit. Well, you still have a few days to submit if you want. And you have to have the video. Okay. Let me see. So this mechanic, at the moment, the visuals of this mechanic are separate from the player, and I feel like we would have to make some sort of, do I have to use a live split, or in-game clock is fine? Yeah, the in-game clock is fine. Yo, how's it going, Papa Phantom? Welcome, welcome. How would we, maybe I should just rewrite this, make it an entirely new force dash box, because, well, one, we need to have an animation. The animation needs to push the player forward until like maybe right here. Or, wait, maybe we don't need that much. We could create a new state for the player, specifically for this force dash mechanic. We already have some variables for it anyway, so it wouldn't be too difficult. Basically, the player would become this ball, or whatever we want it to be in the future. Let me see. Force dash effect. Yeah, let's go into the player code real quick. Yo, how's it going, Vertex? No one's going to submit any runs that are above 10 minutes. You might have a lot of people try and they're just not going to get there. True. That is true. But I feel like they would have... maybe not. I don't know. I was going to say, you never know. Maybe some people... I would have assumed if you wanted to speedrun the game, you would have joined the Discord. Or at least say something, but maybe not. Either way, it's all good. Alright, so this is our dash state, I believe. Let's see. Current dash timer on the force dash is is it 0.4 seconds? Is that what we set it to? Let me see 0.2 real quick. On attack animations today. Trying to slot time for an art contest submission. Time is ever a huge obstacle. Yeah, I get that. Why is the time it's taking so long? Let's see. 0.2. Is this the wrong timer? I think it is. This is for maybe it says force dash. How many times are there? Are you saying for the run? Currently, there are 4 people, not including myself. 5 including myself, but I wouldn't consider myself to be the participant. What the hell? We set it to 0.2 seconds, but it seems like this is not the variable that we mess with. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's based on our neutral. It is based on our neutral state. So that 0.2 on enter force dash seems if enter force dash is equal to true, spite dot visible is equal to false, and timers dot neutral state dot start. What the hell is this? 0.5. Let me see if we set this to 0.2. So you can submit your 1 hour time. You know what? We might change it to that. So yeah, I would submit it. And yeah, I think I'll change the rules. All right, so yeah, this is the timer that we were supposed to mess with, not the, I don't know what the hell that other one was. I guess we manipulate the timers here, and then was that that was the dash duration, I believe. Let me see. 0.2. Yeah, it was the dash duration. Dash duration timer node is 0.2 seconds. And the speed we set to, I believe it's the same as it always is, which is 400. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. So let's go back into enter state. What is our typical neutral state timer? It was like I think it's also 200 milliseconds. Or neutral state duration. Let me see what this is. .2. How are you typing and jogging? You're crazy, man. Oh god, this is too difficult. So we did 500 milliseconds. Let me try. Wait, what the hell? .5 I think is actually, maybe it's fine. Let me try 0.4. Been doing it for about 1.5 years now.
No, sir, I don't like it.
Still muted. Thank you, Hellraiser. So I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the whole thing with the main menu. I would have to refactor everything because that's an entirely new scene. And while I know it's like a quality of life thing, there are other priorities. I would have to refactor the entire menu and switching into the menus for me to edit that. I mean, I could make it so that you press back, but then you're going back to the main menu. Like it's just not. If I fix that problem, then I have to fix the main menu problem, which is annoying. But I'll do it eventually, one of these days. Maybe I should just hire someone to redo the entire menu, or maybe there's like some open sourced project that like handles menus very well. Yeah, eventually needs to be there for the finished product. Yeah, for sure. I like I said, I definitely agree. It's just there are other priorities. So in the physics process, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new node. For now, I think what we'll do is we'll add a polygon, and we'll make it. We have to mess with our collisions here, or sorry, our configuration of the grid. We'll say 2 pixels. You know, I'll just leave it at 1 pixel for now. Okay. Maybe at 2 and 1, or maybe 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to here, then here and here. Okay, there we go. How long have you been working on Memori? So it's been 2.5 years now. A little over 2.5 years, actually. A little bit. And we're trying to finish it in 6 months, so we'll see. See how it goes. This kind of looks weird to me. I think this looks better. So this arrow would basically rotate based on the input of the player. So where's transform? So 45. Oh, whoops, wrong node. Oh, so the center of this node. Oh, we can make an offset, I believe. Let me see. Transform position. Let me see. The position is technically 0, 0. We should have moved it. Let me see. Oh, the position starts from this node here. We could move it down here, but then where's the skeleton? Data. So if we move all of these by 8, 8, or minus 8, and then this one, what, plus 8? There we go. Okay, now if we rotate it, that's what it'll look like. But we're going to bound it to 8 directions, so it'll be 0, 45, 90. What's 90 plus 45? 135, 180, etc., etc. Okay. I mean, I'm even thinking we could just have it match the player's direction. Match player direction. And I wonder if we should do this on the... No, I'll keep it here just to make our life easy. 2.5 years is a lot. Have you gone through a few iterations of design before finding what works? Yeah, for sure. There's been definitely like a lot of different versions of gameplay. And it seemed like what's crazy about it is that like I've already decided like this is going to be the final product in terms of like how the mechanic works. But yeah, it was only until recently that I found out, hey, this is what the game is going to look like. So, you know, these last 2 years have just been me like polishing or like tweaking the mechanics over and over and over again. Now we can work on more designs and more level design and more like interesting mechanics, new mechanics. So hopefully the process is a lot quicker now because everything is already set in stone. There still will be like I would love to refactor the game some more, but yeah, refactoring is less of a priority just because I want to finish the game first. I think not worst case scenario, but like what I would do instead is probably just make a new version of the game, like either redo the game or like make an entirely different game with a more refactored version of these mechanics. But we'll see. This is still my baby, so I'd much prefer to just work on this one. Okay. I think what we could just do is say match. We'll just do this. Level manager dot player node dot. Is this in? Let me see. Movement input dot input controller dot movement input. Let me see. What the hell is the last movement input? Apparently we use this variable a lot, but we just want movement input. Input controller dot movement input dot. So massive for a simplified main menu. There are simplified main menu like sources. I don't think the Godot marketplace is like the best place to go. You would just want to go onto like GitHub and find some resources out there. But yeah, I'm sure there's something. I'm sure someone is probably selling an asset like somewhere out there. Godot open source main or menu options. How to make settings. I mean, there's YouTube videos, a lot of YouTube videos that probably have the source code out there. I'll probably look into that, but yeah, right now. The thing is, like, every edge case is different. Like, how I have my main menu working might not necessarily be the way that they have it in their code. So I'm trying to think, because we could just have it. We would probably just want to convert the angle to, let me see. I always forget how to do this. Convert, convert vector to angle. Vector 2 dot, is it just that? Vector 2 dot angle? So instead of matching it, we could just say polygon dot rotation is equal to our movement input dot angle. Okay. For now, let's actually get rid of the physics process because or get rid of setting this to false because I just want to see if it works. It's going to happen on all of our nodes. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens there. So you can see how it, like, they're all moving around. Yeah, it looks good. But yeah, we don't need this running on the physics process, and we also only want this arrow to show when it's been activated. So let's grab a reference to this. Whoops. Pretty scared to start a big project. I would have to make at least 5 or more small games, 1 month max. So I mean, you can, whatever process works for you, but this was actually my second game that I started working on in Godot. Of course, I've done like mini projects in between. So like I've done game jams and stuff like that. This game started very simple. So yeah, like this was my first game. Memori was my second game. It was originally called Afterlife. And then, like 6 months into working on this game, I started another, like, game jam game, which was, I believe, Fun Gun. And yeah, you kind of just take a break, learn some more, then apply what you learned to the new game. Oh, actually, wait. Yeah, Fun Gun and then Safely Land on a Moon was my third game. This was actually my favorite game. Like, if I wasn't working on Memori, I'd probably actually start working on this game. Safely Land on the Moon. Maybe that'll be my next game, but it'll be a lot smaller than Memori. Okay, let's do this. Onready var direction arrow. Is equal to polygon 2D. And we'll just say in the physics process, let's just do this. Direction arrow node dot rotation is equal to the movement input dot angle. We could even, I'm wondering, we could even connect. This is another thing where, like, if I could refactor everything, what I would do is actually have our player input send a signal, like emit a signal whenever there's any input, and then it would get manipulated that way. But it's just so much easier to just directly grab the node and grab what angle it is, or grab what the input is. In a future version, we might update this. But yeah, let's set physics process to false here. On activate node, which is right here, we set physics process to true. By default, this is going to be hidden. And then on activate, we're also going to set the, what did I call it? The direction arrow node dot visible to true. The issue is also I think we make the entire node invisible. Let's see. We'll find out pretty soon. .visible is equal to, whoops. Yeah, let's just see if this works. You can see all these arrows are moving because we never deactivate them afterwards. We don't have a deactivate function just yet, so let's do that now. Func deactivate. So set physics process to false. What else do we want to do? We want to make sure that the direction arrow is also set to false. .visible is set to false. Import sound node. And that's really it. We set force visible, set frame to 0, and we set the force this to true. So I guess we can deactivate here if we really wanted to. This happens at the end of this apparent animation that doesn't actually exist anymore, or is invisible at the moment. But I mean, it works well enough. Let's see. So there is an arrow that shows which direction you're going to go. You can see it actually, if there's already input from the player, like on the next node, if we're really close to one, what we want to do the second the player gets forced out or shot out after the neutral state, we want to make sure that that arrow disappears. We could even, I'm trying to think, because we could also make it so that it follows. You can see I have an arrow already on my player. I'm trying to think, maybe we should just recycle that arrow. So basically have that arrow show. That might not be a bad idea. Right now the arrow only shows from mouse input. Because having two arrows can be kind of confusing now, right? Because like now you're like, oh, which one do I look at? You know? Should we... Also, the visuals of it need to be updated. Let me see on the controller what it looks like. Had to upload my 7-hour video to the cloud. Took me a whole day. Why did you have a 7-hour video? Also, the speed of our dash orb is a little too fast at the moment. We'll be updating that too. It's one of my recordings playing Memori. I never stopped it, so it's just a 7 hours long. I need to cut it and upload it to on my Mac. I see. Don't have Premiere on my Windows laptop. Oh, I see. What the hell was that? What just popped up? Okay. Are exceptionally pleasant, by the way. Very satisfying. I'm glad you like it. It's actually the same sound that's used on the portals, but just with like a different like pitch or whatever. And I got that sound from 1-Bit Dragon. It was like a DAW, like a very simple DAW. It was like the You know the turntable? Is it called a turntable? The little spinny thing that DJs use? That's what it's supposed to be. 2 miles done? Hell yeah, Jack. You got like 1 more? 1.2 more or something like that? Jack is the real speedrunner. Interesting. When I press Control S, for some reason, it's going up to set up for speech recognition. Interesting. I don't know why it's doing that. What the hell is this? Speech recognition. This is a Windows app too, it seems. I don't want you to recognize my speech. 1.1. Gotcha. Jack, are you using... I'm just so interested. How are you typing and jogging at the same time? Or maybe you're using like voice to text or something. Jack's just built different. Okay. I'm trying to think what is the best approach, because we do have mouse input and a lot of people do use mouse input. And now I'm thinking, hey, what the hell just happened? I'm still streaming, right? Everything is just closed exit. I don't know what the hell's going on. I feel like a boomer right now. I just learned on the way. I see. We still see you? Good. Good to hear. Also, welcome War Pigeon. But I do have to do it in one-line messages. I see. Okay. Trying to think. Let me look at this one more time just to see what we have to do. Because the mouse input, I think dude, what the hell is going on? Every time I start the scene, let me see what the hell's going on there. Seems like every time I start a scene, everything gets minimized. Am I pressing something? Maybe it's, oh, my controller was resting on the Windows key. That's why. Okay, what the hell is going on here? It seems like if one of our states are activating these nodes. Unless I'm accidentally pressing something. See how quick the timer is, like immediate, and I'm not pressing anything. I feel like one of our timers is messed up here. How do you know how to stop Windows from thinking your game is harmful? I know there is some information that it expects that isn't on the app, and that's why. Yours as well, at least on the itch download, not on Steam. Yeah, it's just because it's just because it's a crypto miner. It's not technically telling you that it can't be. I mean, it is kind of telling you it can't be trusted, but it's like telling you that the developer isn't a certified developer. So like, it's technically telling you the truth. Like, hey, we don't know who made this app. And I mean, that's all. Can you fix it? I don't know. I've never, like, I mean, it hasn't been a concern, and I've also noticed like top tier games don't do it either. Like if you download if you download any game on itch, like for example, Baba Is You, I have that game on itch. It gives me the same exact warning. So part of me thinks like, hey, maybe I should just not concern myself with it. Most games on itch are like that. I'm sure there is a way to signing code. It's a whole thing. I see. Yeah, I feel like it might not be worth my time. Yeah, I mean, I would worry about it with other people's games, for sure. I mean, I worry about it. Like, don't download random stuff on itch. But yeah. I mean, Windows is getting pretty good. If you are downloading the game on Windows, like, they are pretty good at detecting stuff. But yeah, I mean, at least try to do your part. Narrows eyes at PNPC. I mean, I wouldn't do anything bad to you guys. Okay. Still, I don't know what to do. Because I'm thinking, oh man, I have to rewrite the, which is something that I want to do eventually, but I don't know if I want to do it today. Let's get the force dash speed working again. So where is this? Oh, I think what we do is we just don't have what was it? The friction running on the player in force dash. Not force dash. Motion times equals 9. That's exactly what I'm out. So what should I say? I'm not going to hack you guys. Oh, the speed is so slow now, but I think that's better. We'd have to probably just bring these orbs closer to each other. And I think what we'll do based on we'll set the direction based on the player's last input, or well, let me think, because technically, if you're pressing some button, if there, we'll do this. If there's no input from the player, we'll set the direction on collisions. But if there is, it'll just update automatically. And what I think we'll do, trying to think if we should allow this to happen, because right now some people use the dash, or they click to pick their direction. I think it's just going to be based on arrow keys for now. I think getting your app digitally signed costs you money. I see. And we all know game dev doesn't make enough money. Someone in a thread on GitHub said it's because of Godot's embed PCK. I heard it was the other way around. Having the PCK folder not embedded causes more issues. That's what I heard. In case it wasn't /J. No, yeah, of course. Right, Papa. We wouldn't hack anyone here. I mean, I think Steam probably does their own thing there, like in terms of like preventing people from getting hacked. So if you really don't trust an application, just download it on Steam, or download my application on Steam. And it actually helps me if you download it on Steam rather than itch. So there it is. It's a win-win. Just go on Steam, download it there. Because I got some random windows popping up for women in my area after downloading Memori. Oh, well, maybe you're just, the second you download Memori, it just makes you a Chad. It just makes you a total Chad. So, I'm not surprised. It's actually not like malware or anything. You just, it's the truth. People are now searching for you. Thanks to Memori, Hustle University was a waste of time then. Yeah. Memori is basically Hustle University version 2.0. Also super anal about. So it's funny how the auto mod mods certain things. Certain things like can be cringe and are allowed, but when you say stuff like, but I mean, I guess anal is a suspicious word. Actually, will be 3.0. Among Us. Okay. What am I trying to do next? So, I think what we'll do on top of this is we're going to set our controller to invisible for the mouse. So on activate, let me see where this is. Input controller, mouse position I think mouse position indicator and input controller should be under the same node. But for now, let me see, mouse position indicator. Position. Do we have a reference to this? Already var mouse position indicator node. Honestly, I feel like this should be renamed to something else. Let's see, do I have this anywhere? Global.mouse position indicator is equal to interesting. We do this on the global. Okay. Very interesting. For now, I mean, this is on the player node, so we can just grab this. I believe. Wait. Right? Yeah. Signal dead. Yeah. Okay. So we'll just say on activate, we'll say player node, level manager dot player node dot this dot visible is equal to false, and on deactivate is equal to, well, actually we want to make sure that it's set to true or false based on if the player already uses it, I believe, because here, wait, let me see. Yeah, technically, if we're using a keyboard, for example, we don't want it to show, regardless. Only if the player is using it. So, let me see. Wait, it's still showing though. On deactivate. On activate, we set it to manager.playerNode.mouse position indicator dot visible is equal to false, and then on deactivate it's set to true. What the hell? This is Cantina Band. Interesting. I was like, hey, this sounds familiar. This doesn't sound like Zelda. Yeah, what the hell? Why is our mouse still showing? Who the hell programmed this? Mouse position indicator. Honestly, we can just make this polygon invisible. Already, we do say global.mouse position indicator is equal to self. I wonder where we make it false. Here, honestly, let me dot triangle var already var. Just say arrow. Do we ever use polygon? Okay, cool. So we'll say arrow node. Let's see if this works. So instead of saying, oh, direct on activate level manager.playerNode.mouse position indicator dot visible. Let's just try this. Global dot mouse position indicator dot arrow node dot visible is equal to false. And then on deactivate, we'll do the same thing. There we go. So the other issue, though, is that if you are using the mouse, it can be kind of a distraction because you could technically... Wait, let me see. Wait, can't tell. Oh, okay, no. Yeah, it's based on input from the player. Cool. So we need to animate this. It's called Virus Maker. They stole it from Nintendo. Crazy how Axel... He claimed it's from the dark web, though. What's going on here? Jack is 0.6 miles away, probably less now. Recently watched a video from a guy testing a software that lets you create virus in seconds. It's like make a virus button application. You can make a computer reboot, crash, or even die and destroy all of the data. Oof. When was in uni for programming, the teacher had us make a few basic ones just to get an idea of the danger. It's shockingly easy to make an effective virus. Another thing I think that people underestimate is like the power of like someone having access to your network. Like if like even just like a friend or something. A friend that you don't know, you know what I mean? Or even a family member. Like I don't know. You know, some relationships are weird. And like, you know, you could be like a stalkery type of you can have a stalker type of significant other that wants to know everything about your life. And if you're on their network, they know exactly what you're doing. Did you have a friend like that? Maybe. Friends and family who hop on unsecure Wi-Fi with you can have bad software that wreck your life, yeah. Alright, so, I mean, in terms of like, I do like this mechanic. The distance that you get from it we'll have to update. Or actually, we'll just have to bring these nodes closer to each other. In terms of, like, obviously the visuals of this mechanic are kind of whack at the moment. I'm trying to think, what could we do with this? Maybe make it shrink. We have to, like, have some sort of power-up. Get NordVPN tomorrow. Sponsored NPC. Yeah, guys, I actually do have NordVPN. NordVPN is actually like the they're like really big with marketing. Like they're much better at marketing than they are at providing VPN services. It's kind of crazy. In Donkey Kong, it rotates automatically. Similar to your rotating orbs. Yeah. Well, this is not Donkey Kong Country, is it? This is Memori. It's an original game inspired by no other video games. So, I don't know what to tell you. I wonder, should I make this? I feel like I should make this arrow slightly larger too for the player. Just been maybe making it a timing thing would make it less easy. Yeah, no, I was just kidding about, I wasn't actually offended or anything like that. But in terms of like making, I'm trying to think. I feel like the timing of it is fine. I just need to make sure there's there's a visual indicator, because right now there's no indicator. It's kind of just like you jump in, you see which direction you're going in. Also, I just realized my head is like blocking the whole. I just realized my camera is like super big. Like, why am I like that big? Making a timing thing would make it less easy. Just got a sub from a random guy for a streamer I never watch. Yeah, I mean, that happens sometimes. Maybe some particle effects coming from the direction you're pointing rather than the arrow. That might not be a bad idea. I struggle with, interesting. Oh, the arrow is a little delayed when it shows. I'll have to fix that too. The arrow from the mouse is delayed. It's because it's playing that animation. Yeah. Still don't know what sort of animation we need to play. And the timer, it happens from the player, not from the force dash box. So we'll have to figure that out too. Maybe, here, let's try this. I'm gonna add an animation player real quick. Let's see what it looks like if we just shrink the force dash effect. Oh, sorry. If we just shrink this, what it'll look like. Let me see. Kind of like implode animation. So the scale is this, and then finally it goes from that to 0, 0. So it goes, and then boom. And then wait, actually, maybe we'll do something like it goes from here to here, and then at the end, should I maybe duplicate this node? So it goes. I think maybe it should be quicker though. So like this. I don't know. We'll test it out, see what that looks like. I was just about to suggest a shrink implosion thing. You're firing on all cylinders today. Thank you. Doesn't feel like it, but maybe from an outside perspective. And the animation at the end is like that. Okay, let's see if that works. So what we would want to do is make sure that this actually, this would have to be a 0.2 second animation actually, which is very fast. What are our steps here? Let's do 0.05. It's a very quick animation. Heading out for the day. All right, I'll see you, Papa Phantom. Peace, man. Have you added any curves, sir? Curves. Add a curve. What kind of curve? Deja vu. Dad is leaving again. Oh no. Alright. We need to play this animation. I guess on activate. So, actually, we want the implosion to be the entire animation for the 0.2 seconds, and then the second it's done, we'll have the explode. Explode will also be 0.2 seconds. That'll be from our scale of 0 to... Actually, I wonder if I should make it a larger animation. We'll see. Okay. And this will be on the deactivate, I believe. See how that looks. Final mile, no treadmill. Ooh. Actually, kind of like the way this looks, but maybe what we could do on top of this is sort of have like the... We could have it play an animation, like an explosion. So we also have this. Where is it? Might not be that cool of an animation. This one, the force dash effect. Let's see. Playing. It says it's playing. Guess we have to reset it. So yeah, okay. So we could do this on the animation player, or we could just set it to play and set it to visible on deactivate. Let's see. On deactivate, we'll say... We'll have to rewrite most of this. Force dash effect dot play default. We also have to set the frame. Set it to visible. So equal to true. And we also have to set the frame to 0, right? And after it's done, on animation finished, we set it... Oh, we reset the frame here, and we set it to... Okay, so we actually don't have to do all of this. We just have to set it to visible and play the animation. Okay, let's see. Why is it deactivate and not unactivate? Done. Nice. Congratulations. What the hell is going on with this? What the hell did I... Why they're like... Because... I know why. Here we have to make sure it's invisible. But it still seems to not play. Dot play default. The frame gets set to 0. It's set to visible. Let's try this again. Add some curve. What are you talking about? What curves? Wait, why is this animation not working? Probably needs curves. Force dash effect. Frame is set to 0. animation curves when you select a keyframe inspector. Oh, you're talking about the what is it called? Belzier. Isn't it set by default? Continuous, linear. It's like lerping in code. No, you can make a curve, select the frame. Easing. This? Oh shit, what's the original one? What the hell's going on though? I've nearly done 2,000. Wow, Jack. That's actually kind of crazy. You're inspiring me to maybe touch some grass today or something. Unlikely though. I'm just saying. I'm gonna touch grass. Probably won't. Although, we'll see. Maybe I will go to the gym. Yeah, Jack is carrying the boats for us. Yeah, how's it going, Grumble? Welcome, welcome. What are we working on? We're working on the dash effect right now. I'll show you. Or the force dash. Don't know what the hell. I'm just gonna redo it. Let me see what the hell is going on here. Force dash effect. It plays. It shows the first frame and then it doesn't play. So we set playing to true. Let me see. Frame is equal to 0. Then we say play default. Force dash effect dot play. But then nothing happens. Ooh. Okay. And then animate. Animation sprites are such a pain. Yeah, I mean, I had it working at some point. I wonder what the hell's going on now. I mean, we could just make it play with the animation player since we have one now, but yeah, I don't know why it's not working. Let me see. We do have this animate function, export sound node.play. When do we play animate? Maybe that's why it's not working, animate. No. Yeah, very, very interesting. Export sound.play. There's a signal also that... Let me see something. Does this ever play? Let's see. Set to... Not do this. Not do this. Animation player explode. Direction arrow. Okay. Force dash effect dot visible is set to true. We'll leave that. Blessed. Hashtag blessed. Thank you. Yeah, what the hell, man? Probably just don't have enough brain cells to actually think today. And that's probably... if I had to guess, that's probably the problem. Do I spend a few hours trying to figure out what the hell is going on, or should we just rewrite this? What's forced dash dot png? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this so we'll make it from scratch. Force dash sprite, what is this? Oh my god. Let's get rid of that too. We'll make a new animation sprite. Animated sprite. Oh, we did have this animation sprite. We do. What is this? We run deact. Oh. No wonder it wasn't working. We were running deactivate here on animation finish. So are we must be playing it somewhere on. Maybe our player node is doing this. Whatever. We're gonna start this from scratch anyway. Yeah, I wonder, will this make our game crash? Force dash effect. Okay, let's just get rid of all of this. Seems like we probably run animate somewhere else. The export sound node. We'll find out. Animating. Okay, yeah. I guess we run it from the player or something like that. Interesting. Okay. So you can see those arrows are still showing up. We have to rewrite on most of this. Okay. Honestly, it would have been better just to make a new node. Or a new scene for this, but that's okay. Let's go back into reset. Alright, so let's go into our animated sprite. Let's add the, what did we call it? Dash? I already forgot. Something effect. No. Force dash dot png. Okay. Or was it called force dash? Let's see. Oh yeah, it was this one. Okay. Where is this? New art sprites. Where's N? Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 and 2. Is that right? I feel like one of these. I feel like this is the starting animation that we use. Let me delete this one. Okay, there we go. We'll want to make this uncentered. Yeah, not bad. Setting the rotation. I wonder how we set the rotation. Yeah, we'll have to set the rotation based on the input from the player. We'll do that next. Let's just make sure the animation plays. So we'll make this now on ready var dash animation or forced dash So should we do this on activate? I feel like this should be done at the end. Let's just try it here. We'll also say let's go to true for now. Let's see. Want to get some good sleep today, so wish you all a good night. I'll see ya. Peace. Ooh, okay, there's the animation. It's obviously a little slow, it doesn't disappear, it's like whack, everything. So let's see, 5 frames per second is going to be like, what, like 24 frames per second. It's not going to loop. At the end of the animation, it's going to hide itself. Whoa. What the hell? On animation sprite. Finished. Okay, so we're using this now. So forced, let's get rid of all of this for now. Deactivate. We'll say deactivate. For sure. We'll say forced. Can you guys see? Here, let me. What else? What else? I guess we'll reset the frame here too. Before we play the animation and set it to visible, we're also going to want to make sure we grab the direction correctly. So we do this on... I guess we could set the rotation here. The physics process is only running... Yeah, fuck it. We can just make it copy this rotation here. Whoops. Whoops. This is not what we want it to look like. Also, the animation keeps playing. Did we set it to loop or something? On animation finished, we set it to deactivate. It's not on loop. What the hell? What do we do on deactivate? Physics set to false. Explode. Direction arrow false. Is it playing explode? Can't even tell. Let me see your animation player. Loop on explode on implode. Reset. What the hell is going on? Then it plays the animation on activate. Let me just make sure the timing on this is correct. No, it plays on the collision. We want it to play at the end of the animation, so not here. On the activate, but the activate never runs until we play the animation, so our timing is just wrong everywhere. We would want to play at the end of implode, basically. So let's go into implode. We can, how do we do this? Call a method. Or wait, I think we could add this as a, no we can't. Let's see. A property track of the animated sprite. What the hell? Oh. Right. Set this to true at the right here. So boom. And we also want to make sure that it's set to for now we'll leave it like this. just to see what it looks like. God, what the hell? Also the animation Alright, I just need to take a step back, and if we just rewrote all of this and not worked with our spaghetti here, this would have been fine. I'm trying to think. Here, let me get rid of all of these animated sprite. Okay. On activate import sound.play direction arrow.visible, set physics process to true. Animation node, we play the implode animation once you enter it. Global mouse position indicator, sure. And then force dash animation node.visible is set to true. So by default, we should set it to invisible. We set it to true. And then there's this animate export sound that plays. This is technically where I think we should play the animation. Let me see. Yo, I mass 3 you baiting. However you pronounce that name. Thank you for the follow. Also, you're the 600 follower. Thank you. 600th. Okay. I don't know, but I don't think that name is sus. You don't think it's sus? Sounds a little sus to me. So let's try playing it again. Play default. For now, let's get rid of this because don't know what the hell is going on with this. Return. We don't have it looping, and yet it seems like it's looping. Something is going wrong here. Oh, it seems like the animation is playing, but it's super, I don't know if it's super quick or what. Let me see. I'm gonna set this to 12 FPS. Cause it seems like it skips a few frames. I'm not sure why. And obviously we need to make sure the rotation is set properly. But first, wait, let's see. Okay, the animation is playing correctly, and I think 24 is fine as long as the rotation. We set it on the physics process, and yet the rotation doesn't seem to be updating. Direction arrow node dot rotation is equal to. Oh, no, shit, it doesn't work. Wait, direction arrow node is equal to polygon. Forced. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be forced animation node. Forced. There we go. Hydrate. Ooh, the animations are just slightly off because wait, let's see. Do we rotate our object as well? Where do we put this? I guess we could also just add what is the animation currently? Down here? Oh, okay, wait. Let's put this back on the center. This is 0 degrees. I'm going to say minus, what is it? Pi divided by 4. Minus pi divided by 4. I also want to make sure the... Why is the... Oh, because we're not running physics. We're not running deactivate yet. What the hell are these angles? I think maybe... It's almost correct. It's... Oh, it's also because it's uncentered. No wonder. There we go. So, let's make it centered again. Put it towards the middle. And I think we're 45 degrees. We're rotating by 45 degrees too much. Let's see. Or 40... Supposed to be... What is this? I can't tell. What is math? Minus pi divided by 4. Pi divided by 4 is 45. Minus 45 degrees. Oh, it's minus pi divided by 2. It's supposed to be 90 degrees because it's downwards, the initial animation. There we go. Yeah. Obviously, we can still see, the animations. Wait, let me see. The animations are a little slow. We'll fix that. And obviously, we need to deactivate this somewhere. Only issue is that the deactivate function seems to be doing something wrong. I want animation finished. Let's just deactivate here, see what happens. Why is the animation so slow? And why is it... Here, wait. Also... this is wrong. It should be flipped. We can flip the animation here, I believe. Flip vertically. I believe that's what's wrong. Also, but the offset is also wrong, so we're gonna wanna mess with that as well. Kind of like that. And then after the animation is finished, we want to make sure that it's set back to invisible. So deactivate. We'll say, what's it called? What do we call it? Whoops. Force dash animation node. Frame. I think the frame already gets reset, right, on activate. Honestly, we'll just set it here. Whoops. Goddamn. Okay, and then because we set the frame to 0, it seems like, wait, let me see. On animation finished, it seems like looping is set to true for some reason. Are we setting loop to true? On explode, what the hell is going on? Explode, implode, reset. It's equal to 0 on animation finished, and then dot stop. Just set it to stop. See if that fixes it. There we go. So I guess because we reset the frame, it plays the animation again, so that also makes sure that it also runs a deactivate twice. Still, the animation still looks weird. I'm not entirely sure why. It should happen... Oh, interesting. Wait. Okay, so another thing is we want to make sure that the animation plays at the... once we get shot out, we want to make sure that physics process is set to false right away. So I guess... Here, let's see. When do we set physics process? We set it to false on deactivate. We're going to put it on false once the export sound is played, probably. Cool. Oh, okay, so, I'm wondering if we should maybe make it visible on the animation here too. So we play the animation here. I think that's what we'll do. Wait, it seems like... Still seems like it's visible. What did we do? Visible, direction arrow node is visible, okay. Global position indicator is false. The animation dash node is set to visible on the animation function. Oh, wait. What the hell? Oh, because it's... There we go. And, yeah, wait. Not on animate, but on... Do we want to run this on animate, or do we want to run this on... No, let's just see. Alright, it doesn't look terrible, but it's not amazing yet. And the animations still look kind of weird to me. Not entirely sure. Let me see one more time. I think the starting frame is just weird, and then also the animation doesn't last for long, so you don't actually see this for a long enough period. Seems like the animation ends abruptly. Yeah, you're not wrong. I think it's just that we set it to visible. We set it back to invisible almost immediately, so it's like... And we also reset the frame here. Let me see if we were to just leave it like that. Animation.stop, and then a few seconds after that, we would set it to invisible. Let me see. I also don't know. I don't know if I like the animation. Yeah, I was going bug. Ping pong it? What does that mean? We do need to make sure that we reset the animation somewhere, because right now it doesn't reset anywhere. Dot visible. I guess at the end of what? At the end of explode, we would want to make sure that it's set back to invisible. It gets set back to visible on activate. Where do we set activate? Animate. Oh, it's set back to visible on animate. So on deactivate, at the end of the explode animation is when we'll set this. So let's do add track, add property, animation, animated sprite, visible, insert key, set this to true. And the frame also needs to be reset. Honestly, we could just put this here. Frame is equal to 0 there. The animation ends at the start. Maybe. Actually, We could try that. I also don't mind it looking like this. But we could try to bring it back to the original. So that would be... I think I have to duplicate it. So there's this one, and then maybe... Here, let's try adding these 2 frames. Seems like it plays for too long now. I might just leave it like this for now. We can always polish it later. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. It's just not perfect yet. Okay. We can try doing some level design with these types of rooms now. I'm thinking I would make an entirely new chapter introducing this mechanic. So let's do it. Chapter 4. Let's do... I'll duplicate chapter 3. Room 122. What's our next room name? 139. What? I swear we just made a room 139. Shit. What did I do? Oh, we named it. Now let's rename that to 139. Yep, I called it 1139. Alright, so usually how level design works, or my approach to level design is we make one simple room showcasing the mechanic, and then we'll expand on it from there. So right now it'll just be, honestly, it's very close to what these rooms look like. So I'm actually interested to see what we'll figure out in just a second. Let's just see how this works. Very similar structure. Let's go into level manager. Go into chapter 4. You know, I low-key like this more than the original mechanic. Wonder if they'll figure out what to do, though. I mean, if we have multiple rooms like this, eventually they'll figure it out which direction they need to go to. The design of the room needs to change, though, I would say. Okay. Also, I'm wondering what color could we use? Let me see something. Let's open up GIMP. We've used most of our colors. Pink. We've used pink. We've used... yeah, we'll have to figure that out. Oops. Green, we've used... We haven't used blue yet. We could use blue as the mechanic color. Let's see. Force - orb. And what's the mechanic called? Dash. Force dash. What the hell? Why is it white? What? It's hot AF today. Yeah, I agree. Whoa. I did not mean to do that. How do we reset this? Edit transform. There we go. So I like to flip my camera though, like this. There we go. I don't know why Control S is the hotkey to like reset, or like not reset, but like expand the source to like full size. It's weird. Okay. So this is what the mechanic could look like. Wait. Still. It's playing at a weird spot. Playing RimWorld today? Nice. Is it your first time playing? I might have asked that already. I don't know if you play RimWorld. Give me 1 second. $120 hours or something like that? Oh, I see. Those are some rookie numbers. No, I'm kidding. That's a pretty decent amount of time. At least for you to, yeah, like understand how the entire game works. At that point, it's like figuring out how to like optimize everything. What works, what doesn't. I bought the, I'm playing on Naked Brutality on the second highest difficulty, I see. The one thing about the difficulty in that game is that, yeah, I love ideology. Most of my gameplay involved the ideology DLC. I recently bought the newest one, but I never played it. Like, it actually, I guess because I'm doing so much game dev, that the new DLC is just too much content for me to like want to play. But yeah, ideology was pretty fun. Yeah, Biotech. I bought Biotech and I still haven't played it. Okay. What the hell? What's... The animation seems to not be invisible on the... Or it seems to be visible on the export sound, on the entrance here. So let me see what the script does. We set it to visible here. When do we set it to invisible? You see, we never set it to invisible. So we want it to be invisible. Oh no, we did it in our animation player, didn't we? On the Explode. Do we ever play Explode? We do, on the Activate. Or wait, do we? Do we now? On Explode. Oh, on Explode, visible is supposed to be set to false, not true. There we go. What? Oh, wait. Let me see one more time. Okay. I guess we just never set it to invisible. Oh, we did. So, what the hell? Why? On the first instance of the animation, it's set to, like, when we first create it, it's set to visible. Let me just make sure. Oh no, I'm just tripping. It's good now. Ideally, we should make this one big animation rather than what it is right now, but we'll save that for another day. Again, yeah, this has to be polished in the future. So yeah, we can start making levels like this. I kind of like it. I wonder if I should make the arrow blue, the arrow that it points towards. Okay. I'm also thinking maybe we should make this green because it's very similar to the dash mechanic or the dash orb, and maybe there should be consistency there. Like if it's a dash type of mechanic, then maybe it should stay green. We'll see. We'll see. Let's start duplicating this room. So 139 will make 140. And then in this room, we're going to make it we're going to try to teach the player that they need to dash upwards. So it's going to be actually something like, we have to make this level be unique at some point. For now, let's just make it work. Is this like a tutorial level? Yeah, this is going to be the tutorial level for the 4th chapter. We could even make it, wait, actually, could keep it like, as long as they can dash, as long as they're not allowed to dash to the right, either they can dash upwards or they can dash diagonally to the top right. Should be good enough. We do need to make an entirely new sprite sheet for this chapter though, which is gonna also be pretty time consuming, but we can always do that later. Like that's the polishing aspect of streams. Let's do something like that. You should make a UI element that has the buttons that the player needs to push. So there aren't any buttons that the player needs to push for this level. It like forces them to dash out. Oh, what the hell? Did we never put this into the game? Chapter 4. Oh. So these rooms are very similar to each other. We probably want to change that. I try my best not to actually show UI. Or like, I don't really want to show UI. If I can avoid it, I would like to. But yeah, some people won't figure it out unless you show UI. I like how Forager does UI. We'll check it out. Just a second. So also, we need to make sure that they have to dash diagonally upwards. So we can bring the wall from the right side a little bit upwards. I'm sorry, from the right side a little bit more to the left. That way they can't just do this. They have to do a diagonal dash. Another way we can do this here. I mean, it's okay to expand on rooms, so maybe it's like, we can always introduce this later. Like the next room over will have 2 orbs instead of just 1. But yeah, we could do that. Maybe maybe drop this down a little bit, like that. More to the left. Bring this more here. Forager. It sounds familiar. Let me see. I've never played it, but it sounds familiar. Forager. Seems like it's. It seems like I have clicked on it before. I have not played this, but I think I've seen a friend play it. Yes. Oh, wait. This looks so familiar, though. I must have seen a friend play it. Let me see. Yeah, I think I did see a friend play it. You ever beat the Junimo Kart Challenge in Stardew? No, I've actually never played Stardew. Some game dev I am, right? Are you even a gamer? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I've never played Stardew. You're sus it. Yeah, you can't trust someone who's never played Stardew. Wait, what? Did I press X? I think I did. You reckon the first appearance of the dash orb should require no extra input? You might be right about that. Although this is the third chapter, so most interactions with objects, actually, in fact, all interactions with objects tend to reset your dash, so it's almost like a requirement. So if you eventually, if you reach this part of the game, it's kind of almost expected that you get extra dashes. But it doesn't mean, like, yeah, we could definitely add a section that doesn't require a dash. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh wait, what the hell is wrong with this room? Oh, okay. Yeah, lower the ceiling here. I think what we'll do is we'll keep the room the way it is, but if we want to, we should make a room before the first room to showcase the mechanic itself without the dash. Alright, and then the next room over, we'll have it, showcase multiple interactions. Maybe just 2, just to keep things simple. This room looks... Oh! Okay, wait, let's update this room. These rooms still look weird. And it's also obvious, like, this is just a exact replica of this room. I don't like to have rooms look the same. So, here, let me just try... kind of just push this forward a bit. I also want to make this chapter a lot more tighter. Well, a lot tighter than the previous chapters. So, like, almost like claustrophobic. So there's going to be a lot of tight jumps. So maybe we want to make these rooms even, like, the ceiling really low. Like this. I should have brought this closer to the center, like this thing. Yeah, it's uneven. I mean, we could even make this, I guess we could put another obstacle in this room, since we have so much space. Either that or push this towards the center. Let's see, what can we do here? This is closer to the center. Also, I gotta make sure we can't just dash across. Does it hurt your SSD to write cycles each time you recompile. I'm not sure actually. A whole 6 months of C tier content? Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Neo. Really appreciate it. I mean, I would say SSDs are pretty durable, so it's negligible. Do you make backups? Yeah. I back it up probably every day. Backups are for noobs. Yeah. We like to speedrun development. Backing up takes too much time. What's a easy combination to add? I mean, I could just add another section here. Oh wait, you can just dash across. I just realized. That's not good. Let's yeah, we're gonna fix this room. We're just gonna make it a much larger room, or just bring this closer to the center, make the gap larger. Let's see. It doesn't have to be like. Definitely does not have to be symmetrical. Just has to be the main attraction. This book guy is living on the edge. Backups are for noobs. Yeah. Hardcore developers don't make backups. They don't even test their code. They just you know, they code it and then they ship it. Okay. I wonder. Maybe I'll make the. Let's do this. Something like that. You dash across, hit this, dash upwards. Hopefully this is enough space. We got to make sure that the player can't reach. They have to like die. If they do a horizontal dash. Those AITA Reddit posts killed my whole family. No, I've not seen those posts. That's most of them are like that? No, unfortunately. Any subreddit on r/all is dumb. Is that true? I haven't heard of ATA, though. Let me see. Oh, am I the asshole? Is that what you meant? I feel like sometimes these subreddits are, it's more so to express something that's happening in your life. Like you already know maybe that you're not the asshole, but you need to share with, internet strangers to know that you're not crazy. Validation seeking, yeah. Which is fine, especially if you don't like. For that example with the whole, I mean, obviously maybe the boyfriend one. I would say that is probably an exaggeration, but like, um, sometimes people don't have anyone to talk to. Especially Reddit users, right? Like if you're a Reddit user, then you're like, it's guaranteed. You're a base. Yeah, exactly. You're a basement dweller. I can say that because I'm a Reddit user. Although not for long. Seems like Reddit's been acting pretty sus lately. Gonna have to go to. Probably gonna have to migrate to like 4chan or something. Something more PC. Oh no, paying for an API. How controversial. You know what is controversial though? Like, you know how like Reddit users have so much freedom, and they've been banning mods for like posting NSFW on like the top subs. I feel like that's worse than what they're doing. Like definitely worse than what they're doing with the API. Because like at least like to ban like a subreddit is your community, or like that's what Reddit proclaims, right? Like it doesn't. I mean, it does belong to Reddit, but like you can control what you want on your subreddit, and if you allow NSFW stuff, then that's your business. I feel like Reddit mods getting modded is a little taste of karma. True, but you know, in general, like let's say because I have a subreddit, and if I were to make it NSF, well, it's not a popular subreddit, so I feel like Reddit wouldn't really care. But if it was a popular subreddit, and I was like, hey, let's make it NSFW, and I got removed, like that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of fucked. Like I got removed as a mod, is what I mean to say. And people are marking it as NSFW to sabotage their ad income. Yeah, but that's like that should be. Reddit shouldn't. I don't know. I mean it's a corporate. Reddit is like owned by a company, so I mean I get their concerns, and it's also their platform. Like they could do whatever the hell they want, but it like they're basically ruining their image, right? Because Reddit used to be this like, you know, like I used to love Reddit, and I mean I still do, but it's just weird right now. Like it's in a weird state. Let all the crybaby weebs go on. I'm not gonna hate on Mastodon. I actually made a Mastodon account recently, and I like it actually. Compared to, well, the people on Mastodon seem to be very friendly. I'll say that. And if it could be widely adopted, I would say go for it. Not banning people who are blatantly trying to sabotage the business is a lawsuit, easy peasy. Especially since they're trying to IPO. What's that? Again, since we're talking about something slightly controversial, just know I'm an NPC. I don't actually, my opinion doesn't really matter. I don't claim to be knowledgeable on anything. The process of offering shares of a private corporation to a public and okay, I see. Big Reddit leak incoming, apparently. Initial public offering, I see. Not banning people who are okay, I already read that. Also, how's it going, Guliak? Welcome. And welcome everybody else who joined. I think we fixed the whole Reddit, the OBS bug. I don't know if you guys were here earlier. We kept crashing, over the past week. Like, after 2 hours, we kept crashing. I think it's fine now, though. I just reinstalled OBS, and that seemed to fix the problem. Got into Godot yesterday through Free Code Camp video a Free Code Camp series. I see. How do you like it so far? Godot is for noobs. True. If anybody uses Godot, you're a noob. You're new because Godot is still new. So only people who are new to Godot, well, yeah, you can only be new to Godot since it's a relatively new engine. Writing my own game engine in binary code? Nice. Not even, frickin', what the hell is that? Shit. What's that joke when people say that they write their own not hex, assembly, yeah, assembly. I had a brain fart. Do you know of a green TT logo related to streaming? Don't know what you're talking about. What's a green TT logo? Setting the ones and zeros in my storage with my car battery. Nice. Okay. You guys are distracting me. Let's get back to some level design. So I think this first level is pretty good. You can do a diagonal dash. Let's see. Yeah, you technically could do a diagonal dash. I want to teach to the player that they, like, technically you can dash here too, or you have to dash here. I think it's fine to teach that though. And then here, we'll teach that they have to dash. So I'm gonna make it one tile longer, or one tile taller here. Or we could just make this lower. No, we'll make this one tile taller. So I'm not entirely sure, but we might make this chapter the quote-unquote mines. So it'll be very dark blue or brown. We'll figure out the color scheme later. Nice. Okay. And then diagonals will kill the player. Alright, cool. Easy enough. Next room. Transistors do be making ones and zeros. I'm assuming it's reading my input as a permanent key instead of a hold. For some reason, my character keeps sliding until it hits a wall for some reason. So it really depends. There are so many reasons why that could be happening. I'm assuming maybe you're not resetting your player's input vector to 0. So like, yeah, like you want to make sure, let's say, if nothing is being pressed, set motion or whatever, set velocity to equal vector 2.0. or something like that. I use 3.5. If your tutorial is teaching you in 4, it's a little different. But usually, if you're using a kinematic body, there's like a velocity variable. Yeah. Actually, modifying the fabric of the universe is the best way to code. I disagree. That's actually like I mean, I think that's just the simplest way to code. It's not even, I guess if you're a beginner, it's fine. Are you self-taught, by the way? So, I mean, I've learned programming in school. I would say I learned Godot. I self-taught myself Godot, I guess you could say. But, I mean, it's all the same. Like, once you learn how to program, it's all the same. It's all the same shit. But, I mean, there are some programming practices. Some practices that you'll learn strictly for Godot, or strictly for using game engines. Alright, 141. Throw this in. This will be the first room that we use to show multiple orbs. So let's see what we can do here. Let's make an empty room here. What the hell? I've never heard that word before. Bug. I'm wondering if I should allow it. Wait. So it tells me the word was removed for misogyny, but I looked up the word and apparently it means a roasted potato, but beloved to Brits, completely foreign to Americans. They are roasted potatoes. Did you mean to be misogynistic, Bug? I don't know, man. It's comparing a female's reproductive anatomical feature to roast beef. You told... What the hell? All right, I think I prefer the roast potato definition. Is the chat filter? The chat filter is a default setting for Twitch. It's actually funny, hilarious that word gets filtered. Yeah, I've never heard of that before. I've heard of, I think I've heard of like there's similar. There's no word for it, but I've I don't even know how to respond to that. Reddit mods are working on Twitch. I've never actually had an issue with Reddit mods. I think my only issue with Reddit mods are certain mods, like certain subreddits, like r/Let's Play has been very, like, every time I post something, they're very, they judge my posts too often. Okay, so I think the timing is too slow for this. Unless, like, you can actually dash out. Yeah, maybe we should increase the timer to, like, or decrease the timer, let me see. Because the distance you dash is so short anyway. The main issue with this mechanic originally, or when we started designing rooms originally with this, was that because gravity is being applied to the player, resetting the player's position was like I guess the main feature of this mechanic is that it resets the player's position, so like you can dash around a lot faster, or dash around with more consistency. After WSB blew up, I got B and E'd for saying the R word. What the hell are you talking about, Bug? You're just talking gibberish to me now. Being a chatter on Twitch. Banned. Oh, you got banned? What's WSB? Should I even ask? Oh, Wall Street bets. I see. And what's the R? Oh, I know what the R word is. Never mind. I no-capped clap joyed at that. The whole point of that sub was to flex your R-worded stonk moves. I see. Yeah, I remember the early days of Wall Street bets. I don't know what it's like now. I think I unsubscribed from it after it blew up, because it got too hectic for me. I made 30K on GameStop. Nice. I think I have a few friends who are still. I don't know. I haven't been looking at it lately. 2K. Ooh, nice. That's a pretty good profit right there. And what the hell? GameStop is pretty much only good for day trading. I see. I was at 50K at one point, but lost 20K in one day. Yeah. Something happened to me. Something similar happened to me at some point. Not with not with GameStop, but another app that got blown up. Another company that got blown up by Wall Street bets. It was a weed company. I forgot the name. Something with an R though. Okay. Let me see here. So we have it at 0.4 seconds. I think our neutral state duration is usually 0.2 seconds, but I wonder. I mean, honestly, I might leave it. I might leave it at that. Let's see. Okay, wait. There's one issue. I wonder, is our timer like... It feels like... Oh wait, let's test this out. Let's bring them all close to each other. Or I'll just make something like this. Because I can't tell if it's actually waiting 0.2 seconds every time. Pulled up a Q1 earnings and pretty much blah, 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 blah. It was pretty much decent considering the circumstances and sector. Honestly, I don't... Even if it is quicker, seems like it's fine. The main thing is making sure that it resets the player's position, which it does. Game feel is everything. Okay. So yeah, I'm thinking I want to make this entire section like very claustrophobic in general. So we'll see how that works. Like very punishing. If you miss. Which is fair because I mean well, we'll see. Actually don't really like the design of this area, but I think I need to make this lower. Still audibly laughing about that really cool word being blocked by Twitch's default filter. What the hell is going on here? What the hell? Let's try that again. Hmm. What's the distance here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then here it's 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. I wonder if they should be consistent in their distances here. What the hell is going on here when it... Oh, I guess by default I selected this room. Two. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we have to erase this. One, two, three, four, 5. Two tiles I think is good. So we'll have to put spikes here too. I mean, it's a pretty basic room, but yeah, it's still the earlier designs or earlier rooms. Yeah, we'll like that. And the entrance, let me see, something like that. With some spikes. I think I wonder if I should make it so that the last input, like the initial direction is based on, because right now the initial direction is vector to that right if you don't press anything. But I think what we'll do is make it so that it's the opposite of what your last direction was. Okay, I think we'll leave it at that. How long have we been streaming? Just 3 hours. I'm gonna go for Cricket again. He's got a interesting new hairstyle today.
Yeah, we're on 4-0.
Whoops.
Is
Till next time, everybody. If you guys are interested in wishlisting a game, check it out here. Oops. Steam. I'd greatly appreciate it. Or if you want to join the Discord, of course. Here it is. Till next time. Bye-bye now.
oh my god, practical. What's up, man? What's going on? What's going on? Export presets. What is this? How you been? We're in the middle of hell. Day 2. This is my Macklemore.